We're live.
Okay.
I guess I'll go on Instagram too. All right. Let me turn this. I'll have to turn one of these down.
Okay.
All right, we live.
All right.
Welcome.
Yes.
Welcome, people coming in.
Yes.
All
Greetings, everyone.
All right.
Blessings, family.
All right, so I'm here in the flesh. We shouldn't have any connection issues. You know, I can actually touch my brother right
Here
here.
we are.
And,
Yes.
You know, so yeah, we you know, where we left off last week. You know, we were talking about obviously me coming here, and we always talking about health and nutrition and answering everyone's questions. So yeah, I guess I should start with you know we're here. You know, we have a student. We're going to be training, and we still have open dates, and we're here to basically let the folks know that I mean, we know it may be a challenging time, but sometimes we have to step out on faith. And if this is something that speaks to you, and you're looking for life transformation, and things that are going to make your life even better than what it is now, then this is something that you should definitely consider. So yeah, what do you have to say, Aris, for the
Well,
community?
I'm so thankful for this beautiful day, this beautiful period of time that we're living in our lives. This is our reality. This is our present. And for me, being one that has been very particular about God in my life, you know, hey, I'm just watching the world go by and minding my business, staying focused, staying in tune, staying on track. And I'm here to serve, of course, serving up some sun-fired, delicacies, but, serving, you in whatever way we can best accommodate you through what we, have been blessed to accomplish ourselves through food, taking the work of the great sun, all of our fresh harvests, all of our plant foods, and turning them into magic. This is what I do best, but most of all, I love to educate. I love to share this information. So whatever you're looking for in the spirit of, improving your health through food, I'm here to answer your questions. I'm here to make it real for you based on my experience and of course sharing with my great brother Khepra here. You got you know angles of generations coming in here at you, the old school, the new school, and the future school.
Right.
All right.
All right. So tell us where we are. I know this is you could tell us unlike anyone else. So
Well, physically right now we are in Panama.
mhm.
We are at the Sun-Fired Culinary Institute in Panama City. We are on top of the world. We're in a penthouse living over here. We have a big suite. And we have our kitchen. You see it set up right here in the back. This is our lab, where we bring you here in the city and get you going. So, it's a great place to be right now. Panama is easy compared to a lot of places around the world. But of course, depending on where you're coming from, if your spot is hot, then there's some authoritarian procedures that you have to go through, especially if you're coming from the U.S. You got to quarantine for 3 days, and you got to go to a hotel. We got a hotel nearby, and if you're coming to be with us, you're coming to share with us, we would make sure that the program begins from the hotel during the quarantine. The food will be catered to you, top shelf, and we're here to basically facilitate your time of peace, your moment of being your own God during those 3 days of, quarantine. And then once we get together in person, it's what is it that, we can facilitate for you. We're looking to create the perfect personalized experience, so we're pretty much like folding up, the plan and we want to see what your interest is. So some of you right now, if you want to share with us, I see some of you are writing information, someone talking about.
Yeah, we're going to get to the question.
Yeah.
Before we get to the question, I want to just ask one more thing. We'll be going to the farm.
Yes.
So just speak a little bit about the farm and where we actually conduct the classes.
Okay, so the classes are held at the farm. The farm is in the Portobello World Heritage Park. It's on the Caribbean coast, on the Atlantic Sea, near Colón. It's in the province of Colón, or the state of Colón. The Portobello World Heritage Park is a UN protected site. So it's one of the lungs of the world. It's rainforest. It's one of the spaces that feed the Panama Canal Foundation, which is the lake, the Gatun Lake, the largest man-made lake in the world. And so we have abundance of foods generated by the 4 big B's. The 4 big B's: the birds, the bees, the butterflies, and the bats. So they're cruising all in our neighborhoods, dropping seeds, dropping gems, and we have serious food security at our farm. So that's where we're going to be teaching our classes. We got the certification class in effect right now. So we're heading out to the farm, and we're going to be rocking there, just waiting for our, students to come out of their quarantine. But we taking them down, day by day, and we rocking the program as we speak right now. We just made some exciting stuff, man. What did you make, Khepra? Man, that stuff is like, wow, man.
Oh, man, I don't even remember. Let me jog my memory.
Well, definitely there's the cauliflower potato salad.
Yeah, we did a little version of the cauliflower potato salad.
Oh, man, slamming.
Yeah, we did a wild rice. We just hooked up some salads, man. Cabbage, wild rice. Right. We did a pecan olive nut meat.
Woof. Woof. Yeah.
We had some juice going.
The dressing.
Oh, the dressing.
What was in that dressing, man? Man, I got hooked on that.
It's like a chili. A tomato, pecan tomato. I just, again, you just use what you have, and
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those kind of dressings that I would call like a money mustard. It's on the money. It's on the money. It's got that mustard vibe in there, but it's the money mustard. We don't mess with honey. But we keep it on the money though. Right. It was a winner, Khepra. Thanks, man.
Oh, thank you.
Khepra rocked the whole meal yesterday, and even me, I was in the class for a couple of those recipes, Thanks, man. You got the touch, my brother.
Oh, thank you.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so all right, so we got a question here about the skin. What's the best or the most hydrating natural oil for the body and the face. Avocado, jojoba, coconut.
Mhm.
Well, they say I find that coconut oil doesn't penetrate the skin's surface. As a question, so they just asking about the hydrating,
Well, I find that
moisturizing.
the lighter oils are better.
Mm,
Almond to me is on the top of the list. Almond oil.
yeah, it's very
You
light.
see, most of your massage oils are made from an almond oil base because they really penetrate. They get into the tissues real good, the muscles. Relax the muscles and stuff like that. So the lighter oil, jojoba is more like for the hair. Jojoba is excellent for the hair, but for the skin in terms of penetration, absorption. You know, uh, yeah, yeah. The almond really fine, light oil that totally penetrates. With ease. Avocado is a little too thick. Yeah, the coconut is it works, but you really I like the coconut cream. Fresh coconut cream. Get that mature coconut, juice it, and just put that cream on hair to toe, and go out in the sun. And you see it turns into oil. Fresh coconut oil from a white creamy substance. Fresh made coconut cream from the mature coconut. Put it on hair to toe, and get out in the sun and watch that oil ooze out, that tropical ooze. And of course, you're going to get toasted as well.
Okay.
Those of you who are where the sun don't shine, well, hey, you got to come on home.
All right.
So just stick with your coconut oil.
Okay. So somebody going to ask us, they're going to want to do that.
Oh, yeah.
When they come. So we got to.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're ready.
Oh, we're ready.
We're ready for coconut.
Right.
Yeah, you come in. You coming for the coconut oil treatment? Look, the way we do it now, generally we do that with the regenerative retreat. So in the regenerative, in the detox, but we could do it. Right now we're curating personalized experiences.
Right.
So you can come for a certification course, and we could dunk you in the mud. So that's where it begins. Is we go in the mud pit. So we have the club mud, or the mud up experience. We have a nice, beautiful, soft clay, that's clean. No stones, no nothing in it. You sit right by the mud pit. We've carved out a nice seat right there at the side of the stream, and you mud up, head to toe. Then we got some palm leaves laid out in the grass, and you go lay on the palm leaves in the sun. You let it bake. The mud bake as once it dries, takes about a half hour for it to dry. Then you do a dry brush, exfoliate the dead cells off of the skin. Then after that, you take the mineral bath, go in the pool. We have a pool, freshwater pool that's fed by a spring. You wash off. Then the next spot is the aloe vera, fresh aloe vera juice, head to toe. So it's like a whole body conditioning. We peel the aloe vera, take the gel, run it through the juice extractor, and you do that aloe vera conditioning from hair to toe. Out in the sun, you see it just dry, and the system gets, nice and stiff. The skin gets tight. The aloe vera tighten it up real good. Then that's when we follow with the coconut cream. Yeah, so the aloe vera is like a body conditioner, and then the fresh coconut cream head to toe, and you're out there in the sun, and you watch it turn into oil, and you get toasted, and by the time you get back to your room, you're gonna feel like a few pounds lighter. You're gonna drop some waist, because you're gonna be sweating and all that. But this is part of the magic of the mud, of the clay bath, and doing it there in person with a live mud, with all the minerals in there and everything. So yeah, come on home. We're ready, and we do have some photos on sunfire.com, of some people with the mud up experience. So take a look.
Well, perfect that you mentioned that. I wanted to ask you, talk about sunfire.com.
Yes.
I know you got like your own portal, if I'm saying that right,
Yes.
where people can actually subscribe and get premium content.
Oh, yes.
So yeah, go ahead and.
Yeah, well, when you go to sunfire.com, our new, updated website experience, on sunfire.com, we have a portal there with Sunfire TV.
Sunfire TV.
Sunfire TV is where we're archiving all of the recipes we're producing now. Well, the liveliest ones, so you can subscribe to Sunfire TV, a yearly subscription fee at about $99, and you get hundreds of videos coming up. Right now, we have about 60 of them on there, and most of them are recipes, that mango chocolate pie we just made last week.
Oh, sorry.
That's going to be posted. That's going to be posted
okay.
within the next couple of days.
Yeah, I had that, right? Yeah, I think I had that.
Yeah, you had
I had it. Okay, that was delicious.
Mango chocolate pie. So this is where now, you subscribe and you're getting our up-to-date, fresh off the press recipes. And we're digging into the vaults. So look out, we're going to be posting Sunfire certification courses that we did. You and I did in DC 10 years ago. You remember in the back by Sembed over there, 2012? Back there, we got all of those footage.
Wow.
So those all are going to be posted at Sunfire TV. So you can go back into the archive and you're going to get, there's about 8 certification courses that we're going to post up the full 36 hours. Some done at Sembed. We had about 3 of them done there in DC. We had some done in Harlem with Brother Davey at the juice bar over there. We had some done in Houston at Sunshine Juice Place up over there. So it's about 8 of them we're going to be posted. So we digging into the archive. Stuff from Jamaica going to be posted up. So this is going to be the repository of the Sunfire legacy. So I'm telling my story now. And we're posting it on our own TV station on sunfire.com. So goodbye, YouTube. You got to come home.
All right.
And for a small subscription, annual subscription, you're going to be getting, into the magic vault of Sunfire.
Yeah, and we might even be posting some clips.
We will.
We will be posting clips.
We will be, absolutely.
Okay, so we'll be taking footage this week. Of us, teaching and clips. You can see the farm and see the whole layout. So definitely go to sunfire.tv.
Sunfire.com.
Sunfire.com.
And in sunfire.com, you'll see
Sunfire TV.
Right, correct.
Okay.
A whole button just for Sunfire TV.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So, folks, if we're here. If you want to ask your questions, any questions, we're here. If there aren't any questions, then
all right.
We'll stay for a few more minutes, but we've committed at least the next 30 minutes or so. So yeah, any questions, we're here.
Yeah, or anybody may want to come in live with us here on
Instagram.
On Instagram.
Okay.
If you want to come in live,
you can request
a live
to join.
Exchange. Yeah, we'll be happy to share with you. Thanks for the waves. Ones are waving.
Yeah.
Love you, family. We're keeping it real. We're keeping it live. And
okay. So somebody asked about the autumn fasting.
Yeah. So you want to go ahead and drop them your knowledge on that, Khepra?
Okay. All right. Well, we just completed the equinox. However, the energy is still present. In terms of the solar energy and how it interacts with our Earth. So I would say it's really a critical time to if you didn't fast last week, this week would be good. This week would be a good week to take at least at least 3 to 4 days to give your system that physiological rest. Allow the body to work off some of the reserves. I like to say that the body builds up these reserves that we tap into when we go into a fast, and or just eat less. Sometimes it's like, just eat, if you eat 2 meals a day, eat 1 meal a day. If you eat 1 meal a day, eat a half a meal. It makes a difference. We're fully grown, mature physical beings. We're not going to double in size. We don't have a child growing inside of us. There's no reason. It's all about maintenance. It's all about really just eating enough. In our entertainment, consumer-driven culture, food is at probably the top of the list in terms of our relationships, how we celebrate, traditions and holidays and family, and even funerals. Food is like at the center course, centerpiece. Yeah. So food is food is who we are. Obviously, it is our tradition. It is our everything. But taking breaks from food is just it's absolutely at the top. It's vital.
Yeah, I mean, you hear the whole cliche all the time, over and over. You are what you eat.
You are what you eat.
You are what you eat. So, what do you want to be? What do you want to be? You want to take on the vibration of just purity, of cleanliness, of plant world, the plant kingdom. So getting that relationship together with the plants, that eating relationship, and taking care of your gut, your intestinal flora, and all of this stuff, your immune system. Hey, we owe it to ourselves, and this is a good time to do it. As Khepra always mentioned, this fall cleansing is serious, so we got to be careful, and don't go with the tradition of just eating up and hurting ourselves.
Yeah, just gluttonous behavior. We really undoing ourselves in a period in the cycle where nature is like doing this regeneration. The leaves fall into the earth and re-nourish the earth. And so there's a cleansing that's almost in regeneration, and we're just piling in, without any pause or any reflection. All right, so we got another question here. Questions rolling in now. Hypoglycemia. The best raw foods to eat for hypoglycemia.
Well, I tell you, we're talking vegetables, and the vegetable kingdom is basically non-starchy food, non-protein food, non-fatty, non-starchy food. So we're talking green leaves, any green leaves, all green leaves, and also vegetable fruits like cucumber, sugarless fruit, vegetable fruit, tomatoes, bell peppers, zucchini, eggplant, okra, and also non-starchy, vegetables, the cauliflower, the broccoli, and celery, and things of this nature. Those are really the top of the list. So vegetable juice.
Okay, so minimize or not do any of the sweet.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
Minimize the sweet.
Minimize the sweet.
Cut it out for a while. If you got hypoglycemia, just cut it out.
Right.
Take a break. You got enough sugar that you need to burn. Basically, that's what that's talking about.
Right. You probably you've overdone it.
Exactly.
Okay.
And you stocked up with some backed up starches that you need to refine. You need to turn your body into a refinery. You need to go sweat. And run it and made it into, sugar, because that's what's going on. It's coming back upstream, it's jumping into sugar, but you're not burning it. You're not utilizing it. So it's generally, you're getting a back kick. You're getting a back kick from all the stuff you have stored up. So, but yeah, lay off sugar for a while, even your nice fruits, but definitely the complex carbohydrates, the starches.
Hmm. All right. Thank you for that question. All right. So the next question: should I stay on fruits till my warts are gone, so I'm
Mm.
not building through the vegetables?
Yeah, well, warts generally, they're cancerous growths, so you have to be careful. So usually, it's just waste, accumulation of waste that have isolated themselves, created their own colony, and generally it's associated with, unprocessed animal protein. So be very, very careful with that. So, stay away from fatty foods, greasy foods, especially animal foods, that are just not breaking down, properly, particularly fried stuff, that big, nice, you know, breaded fish that you fried, or the ones you deep fry and all of these types of things. Be careful with these types of stuff, the charred stuff, the barbecue stuff on the grill, and those types of things. But yeah, go fruits and vegetables as much as possible. But then also do some research because you might want to look into urine therapy. And we're not going to get into that here now. That's a whole big addition. But I want you to do some research yourself and see, how you can, you know, get rid of those warts, through using the uh, the antibiotics that your body created for you, and
Mm-hmm.
you can recycle them. But
Right.
do the research. We got to stimulate you to do your research, because the
Right.
information is out there.
Right.
So we're not here to spoon feed you, especially things that we have even mentioned already in the past. So you might even
Mm-hmm.
want to look into some of our past, broadcasts, and you're going to see where we even mentioned that before.
Right. 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 Okay. So before I forget, um, people are asking about next year.
Yes.
So we do have a calendar. We haven't announced it yet, but I can share with people. I can give people the ballpark
Hmm.
or the range of dates that we've selected. So after this month, I mean after December into 2022, we have tended we have a tentative schedule of I believe we're starting with the
The
spring
spring,
the
yeah,
spring equinox,
the last 2 weeks of March.
last 2 weeks of March into the first 2 weeks of April.
Correct. Say
And,
the 15th to the 15th,
right. So
around
that'll
there.
be the soonest in 2022, and then we'll be reconvening. We'll be off for the summer, and then we'll reconvene in September
Correct.
for the fall equinox into October.
Correct.
So kind
Same
of the
thing.
same schedule.
15th of September to the 15th of October, 2022.
Right. And then we'll have a whole month of December,
Yeah.
similar to this year. So that gives people, a range of dates. You can start if there's a particular week or weeks, because we do have people that are coming for multiple weeks, and we do offer discounts for multiple week packages, and we also do offer discounts for multi persons. If you and a partner or you and a group, again, you can reach out to us, and we can definitely help you. So, all right, now that that's out the way, next question. All right, we got a question about tea. I mean, you've talked about this a lot.
Hmm.
Morning in the morning, drinking lemon lime early in the morning. Is this good? Also drinking ganja tea throughout the day. So,
Well,
what do you say?
I think it's cool, but it's all relative,
Yeah,
to
yeah.
where you are as an individual. So basically, just consider your first liquid in the morning as an internal shower.
Mm-hmm.
The same way the first, place that you kind of tend to gravitate to in the morning is going into your shower, getting that external shower. So look at, your first liquid as an internal shower. So just look at your shower head, and if ganja tea was to be coming out of your shower head in the morning, would you take a shower with water looking that color? Okay. All right. But you can, sure, you can take a bath with it if you want to soak in it, with your help. So consider it an inner shower. So whether it's ganja tea, mint tea, whatever it is, so you want to be able to understand or move with the understanding that you are clearing out, because you're doing elimination in the morning. The body is eliminated, so you want to facilitate that. So you're washing out, you're rinsing out, you're scrubbing out. So use a tea that would help facilitate, elimination, rather than something that's going to be stimulating or something of that nature, but something that's going to really get you to make a move, through your bladder, your urinary tract, or even through evacuation, through your bowels as well. So it's about elimination. So you want to, pair up with a tea that's going to facilitate that for you. So, but for me right now, it's about your own reality. Myself, I would rather do coconut water. And if I'm going to do what you might consider a tea, say like lemongrass tea, I would get the fresh lemongrass because I got it like that. So if you live a place where you get fresh lemongrass, I would rather just take the lemongrass in the water, put it in my blender, and press it out and drink lemongrass juice or lemongrass extract. Because I want stuff at body temperature. I don't want something that's hot. Even if I'm living in a cold environment, I don't want a hot cup of tea. I don't want to jolt my body's thermostat like that. I want to bring things into my body as close to body temperature as possible. So nothing too cold, nothing too hot, because the body has to regulate that temperature immediately and bring it to body temperature. And you're going into your enzyme bank, your life-saving, metabolic bank, and you're drawing out enzymatic activity to cool down or warm up, foods that are at extreme temperatures. So for me, it's about the quality of the herb, the healing value of the herb, and not, the fire, avoiding the excess heat. So we can get up to date, use modern technology. You can blend, or you can just put in a jar and do sun tea, let it sit for a few hours in the sun.
Yeah, we talked about that last week.
Yes.
The difference between maybe like a sun tea versus, actually using fire, and the difference. You mentioned senna, right?
Correct. Senna
So
leaves.
if you boil the senna, it's gonna boil
right
you.
Get your belly cutter. You'll boil you.
Right. Or boil your intestines.
Yeah.
Really do. Really overstimulate. That's really what it's doing, because you're overstimulating the herb.
Yeah.
So
the whole concept of tea making back in the days, definitely, that was pre the blender days. We got blenders now, so we don't have to steep. We can blend and press, and that was also a big favorite for people who are living in the icebox in cold environment, trying to whip the body to stimulate it, to generate some enzymatic activity so they can be basically whipped like the way a jockey whips a horse. And they have that false sensation of feeling warm, so they got to keep the body whipped all day long. Another hot cup, another warm one all day long. Soup, tea, chocolate, coffee, you name it. But allow the body's thermostat to regulate your temperature, and you can withstand that cold environment much better if you don't, go to the extreme of whipping it with a hot bowl or a hot cup or something.
Nice. All right. So we had a question on, maybe not quite, definitely not my expertise. I'm gonna see if you want to take a stab at it. I believe it's a young lady asking us about her tattoos, and I guess the sunscreen in order to prevent the fading. So
wow.
any thoughts on that, or we want to?
Well, it's a personal thing,
Yeah.
but sunscreen, I mean, I'm a sun child.
Right.
I want to live in the sun, so I don't want to do any mutilation to my body that's going to make it difficult for me to really enjoy the sunshine. I want vitamin D, and the only way my body can make vitamin D or get just the best source of vitamin D is hanging out in the sun. Look at the cows. Look at the cows. They are like vitamin D production engine. And where do they hang out? In the sun all day long.
Right. No shade.
No shade. Well, they might hit the high noon shade, go under a tree or something like that, take a break, but then they back out.
Right.
Water, sunshine, oxygen, those three elements together. So you see them, they out grazing in the grass,
right,
eating that grass. They out from the morning, catch the grass with the morning dew before the sunshine dries it out. So of course they want to make B12 as well. That's how you synthesize or you produce B12 even as a human being. Having your green juice, having that morning green juice, harvesting the greens with the morning dew on it. You're talking B12, and you don't need as much B12 as, the system has been gearing you towards, because the way they came up with the conclusion of how much B12 you need, they've basically taken specimens from people who are animal eaters. And the amount of B12 they excrete, they say you need to replenish it. So ultimately, you only utilize 5% of all the B12 you eat, because 95% of it come out in your excrement. So it's pretty much the same kind of stuff with vitamin D and sunshine. So, tattoo and doing things to the body that makes it difficult for you to tolerate the sun because you don't want your tattoo to fade. I mean, if it fades, that right there, that's telling you something. That's telling you something. But, these are personal choice, and my personal choice, look, I got my tattoo right on my hand right here. I was 12 years old, and then I got this one here, right here on my forearm, Reds. That was my nickname when I was 12 years old. So my hair was red because I'm in the sunshine. So why am I going to not be in the sunshine? If the sunshine makes my hair red, I'd rather be in the sunshine and get my highlights on that than trying to dye my hair. Dyeing your hair is tattooing. Tattooing your hair. But what we did, we took a pen and we took Chinese ink, little kids, 12 years old, and we made our own tattoo.
Wow.
So I'm marked for life. And it's still there from 12 years old, Reds. And I'm still in the sun and it doesn't fade out. So I don't know what you're doing with your tattoos today that it fades out. This is just Chinese ink with a needle. And that's what I did. Maybe it's the chemicals in the stuff they putting in on your tattoo these days that are fading. Maybe, who knows? But anyway, that's a whole nother thing. And I'm not an authority on tattoos. And I love, some of the tattoos I've seen on a lot of folks, so keep tattooing. It's a nice scene to behold, You're putting on a nice show for people like me who love to see it, but who don't want to see it on my own personal body. I'm just happy to be blessed with, my birthday suit being naked the way I was born.
Right, because I think that's something to be said. We don't really often think about, like, how nature can really kind of almost like highlight different colors that are, or I should say different light within us.
Yes.
In terms of our hair. I know my hair gets lighter at the tips, as I let it grow out, and my skin, and, and just basically almost creating those, because a tattoo is really just trying to highlight a contrast.
Exactly.
And when we dress in clothes, we want a contrast.
Yeah.
And so nature does this.
Exactly. Yeah. Makeup, lipsticks, all of these things, trying to get that contrast, the eyebrows and all of these things. Look, check this out. Look at my hair.
Okay.
Nothing. Never. No dye, no coloring, They're like,
Right.
oh, your hair is blonde. No, well, it's gold. It's not blonde. Please, let's get our linguistics together. Blonde, and some people call me like silver fox. Come on, it's not silver. It's gold. But this is from hanging out in the sun and being in the sea naturally. So it's not like gray white. You know, you see it in my beard maybe,
Right.
but you see some people my age, they're like totally white.
Right.
Totally white,
Right.
or if they die, you see, you know, the fade line.
Wow.
You know, but no, this is natural. The new growth is always coming out white, and being in the sun, it's getting toasted, you know, golden, you know. So, you know, enjoy life, you know, and enjoy the blessings of life the way it comes to you naturally, you know. So, but still, you know, you want to do your thing, you want to do your Cleopatra thing, you know, fine, go ahead, you know, with, you know, love and respect.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, brother Julius, he's definitely a faithful tune. He said he used to buy dry herbs to make the tea. Now he's been soaking them for a day or so, and then pressing them out.
Blending and pressing.
Blending and pressing.
Yeah. You're getting the medicinal value. That's the main thing. Without extracting the toxic residue from the herbs.
Right.
Because look, all foods generate toxicity. All food leaves some toxic residue behind.
Right.
The ones that leave the least amount of toxic residue are fruits, flowers, and herbs, which are vegetables. You know, green leafy grass and stuff like that. But once you heat these foods, then you're activating some toxins. And you're going to have to, you know, pay the price. You're going to answer to the tune, you know, of whatever, you know, made you want to boil your herb or steep it and stuff like that.
But even our hibiscus, sorrel.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
soak it.
You soak it. And then
soak and blend it.
Blend it.
And press it out.
Press it out.
Boiling the thing or steeping it overnight and all of these things.
Right.
Fine. You could do that if that's where your orientation is, but you're definitely, you know, it's not necessary in today's world. It's a new world, and we're no longer dependent on fire like that. Okay, step up to modern technology. It's the 21st century, y'all. Juicers, blenders, food processors, dehydrators. We can achieve textures and flavors and all kinds of other goodness without torching, without, you know, cooking like that.
All right. So our next question, any ideas about the origin of heart chest pain? Started at age 11 until 21 years old. Have investigated over the years by cardiologists who have not found any physical problems.
Heart chest pain. You know, it sounds like gas pains. You know, it's like we're full of gas from food that did not digest. You know, and they be getting close to the heart. You feel it's like a stab. It's like a puncture going on. So look up, you know, gas pains, you know, from indigestion. And usually hard food, boiling a lot of tropical yam and green bananas and potatoes and eating dumpling and all of these hard foods that are not digesting. They're clogging up the system. And they're creating gas pockets.
And that pocket happens to be in the chest
area.
In
the chest cavity, because it's mucus. It's mucus. It's phlegm, you know, and then it dries out, and then it becomes sharp, like a piece of chalk that cracks, and they stab you. Same like, you know, during the menstrual flow of ladies that have cramps. These are dried out starch that are cracking up. Now that you're dehydrating for a few days, then, you know, those cramps really kick you.
Yeah.
It's like being stabbed, being juked, you know, but hey, get under your ginger, your cinnamon, bust up those gas pockets. Burst up those gas pockets, you know, they're going to keep forming as long as you're eating certain type of food, you know.
Because, they said the pain was occasional, now it's daily.
Now it's daily. Yeah, it's daily. You know. So, you know, check your weight, check your bowel movements, or you constipated, you know, these types of things, and what is going on. So you're being backed up. You're being backed up all the way. So the waste is not moving out. And these gas pockets, are building up, and they need to be punctured. They need to be busted out. So some hot tomato tonic, tomato juice base with hot food, ginger, onion, garlic, radish, just juice them together, drop hot pepper in there and all of that kind of stuff. And we got one of those recipes on sunfire.com,
Right.
Sunfire TV. But you can create your own magic,
Right.
create your own magic and just use hot foods, spicy foods that's going to really puncture the gas. Cinnamon does it marvelously, and ginger is the gas buster.
Yeah. I think it also should always be, always go back to the fact that our body is self-healing.
Mm-hmm.
And that any condition, we go to these specialists and understand that that this vessel is knows all, but we have to step out of its way and allow it to do what it's naturally designed to do when we follow the natural laws.
Exactly. And when Khepra talk about getting out of the place, stop bombarding it. Stop attacking it with a next big baked potato.
Right.
That's an assault.
Right.
On the constitution of your body, So allow it to exhale. Stop giving it all this big work to do. Digestion is a big job.
Right.
So the more time it takes for the food to digest, the less time you're going to have to heal. It takes a minimum of 4 hours for all of the heavy starch and heavy protein that we eat in an average meal. So you're having 3 of those meals a day, your body is in digestion mode for 12 hours every day. So there's no time to heal. There's no time to eliminate.
Right.
You're just backing up and packing in and really just creating calcification. That's what that's all about.
Right.
Calcification. We're talking, saturated fat and starch bound together. That's cement. Call it kidney stones or whatever you might want to call it. Hey, greasy, dried up starch. Wax, ultimately. That's what Queen Afua would say. It's like, it's wax. It's been crystallized. Crystal. Crystallized potatoes from 40 years ago. Crystallized with saturated fat. Those French fries that never break down. You see them. Plenty of them posted up on the social medias. French fry that they buy at some of them joints. And it's been sit around in your room for 5 years, 10 years. And it never, same thing in your body. But then it gets to the point in your body where it will crystallize. Wax. Then they got to syringe it out. Yeah. So come on home.
But we know you can't get away with that. You're trying to cheat. With surgery, and you're really just cheating yourself just to alleviate the pain.
That's it.
And the body has the intelligence to give you that pain, to try to say stop doing what you're doing.
Check yourself.
All right.
Nice.
All right. What raw foods enhance adrenal function in your experience?
Well, I think we need to reverse the question. What food create adrenaline problems? Let's remove the cause first before we look for, the enhancer. Because sometimes we're using the enhancer to create room to put in more of the cause.
Say that again.
Sometimes we use the enhancer.
Okay.
Or what's good for it.
Right.
To create room.
Okay.
To put in more of what caused the problem in the first place.
You keep coming back to the same
cause and effect.
Right.
So go after the cause first. What caused it, doctor? Why is my adrenaline system malfunctioning? What is it that I packed in there? Reverse the process. And sometimes that's all you need for the healing.
Right.
Remove the cause of the problem. But what they do, they teach you how to manage the symptoms. They teach you how to manage the symptoms. And you always forget how you got there.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just taking temporary relief after temporary relief. And ultimately, it gets to the point where the system just can't tolerate it anymore. There's no more stash space to hide the garbage. And the plumbing burst, stroke, or whatever it might be, heart attack. Okay? So, cause and effect. First protocol of healing, remove the cause. Then, what's good for adrenaline function? What's good food to enhance adrenaline function? You know, clean protein, clean, lean protein, hemp seed, 90% protein without the heavy gook and the heavy processing period, the heavy digestion. Hemp seed hearts, super protein. And if you can get it in a flour base, which means it's been shelled. Most of the ones you see, they're unshelled. You see your hemp seed.
Right.
Yeah, you see your hemp seed here. Okay, so you want to look for the ones that are shelled, hemp seeds. To make sure that they're shelled. Make sure that they're shelled. But even further, you want to get to the point where you find the ones like this. Now look at this. Look at this. This is hemp seed hearts. I don't want to show you the label.
Okay.
Hemp seed heart protein. This is 90%. The thing is why I can't show you the label, because there's some trade secrets here. This is going into my protein product coming up, my Sunfire Aris Life protein shake. So there's some trade secret coming up here that we got to protect some of our products. We can't give you the mothership. We've been giving you 99% of everything already. So this is 90% protein.
Okay.
This is 98% protein.
Okay.
Just that little bit in this bag has more value than this big sack. Okay? So look out for Aris Life protein shakes, protein powders coming up by the end of the year. We're going to be rocking it. And we're taking it to another level. There's a product that we're going to be using, an algae protein as well, which is 99% protein. And we have a young man in our circle that's got a junior Nobel Prize for bringing this algae protein to us. And I can give you the name. It's Euglena. That one I can give you the name, because you can't get it just like that. But check it out, 99% protein. So we're separating ourselves from all those protein powders out there. But yeah, adrenaline, keep it pumping, keep it humping. You know, good, clean protein.
Yeah.
Pumpkin seed.
Right.
Pumpkin seed. We call them pumping seed. Makes your pump work. Zinc. And it's a his and hers. It strengthens the female reproductive organs as well. So,
this is definitely, you know, if you're looking at, you want to reproduce. I think, you know, well, between the both of us, yeah, we got a small nation.
We got a clan.
Of children. This is not the diet. If you don't want to have children, this ain't the diet for you. You know, but you know, we follow this lifestyle that it makes you, you know, produce more life.
Makes you potent.
Right.
Fertile.
As nature should.
Absolutely.
You know, nature is about is like a self-regenerating. You know, we don't need the you know, I mean, it's crazy what's going, especially in the U.S. what's going on with the fertility.
Oh God!
I mean, people pumping tens of thousands of dollars, you know, to try to, you know.
But look at the extreme. You know, I met one brother who tell me he got an iron rod.
Oh,
You heard of that
yeah,
stuff?
yeah. I don't understand how that works, but
They
yeah.
implant a piece of iron in your penis because it can't rise no more.
It's still so. I
And
guess that, but the iron is always there.
it's always there. So you know what kind of damage you gonna do to a young lady? Ramming her with an iron rod? Get your life together. You get a life, man. What the heck you talking about? What kind of psychological, masturbation that is?
Mm.
Putting an iron rod in your penis because it can't rise no more because you forfeited your youth and you waste yourself by eating food that ripped off your manhood. Come on now. Look, I'm 74 and I'm still able. Okay? You can still reproduce at advanced age as long as you don't destroy your potency. Negative protein. Negative protein. You read a book by Dr. Raymond Bernard, former professor of Columbia University. The bankruptcy of Freudianism. How he teaches you that it's not about this heavy protein that a lot of men are just hitting themselves with, trying to be, masculine, trying to be potent, because it's uric acid. It's going to be the result, especially animal protein. It might stimulate you for today, but, you can't whip it too much longer to keep it up. Viagra, all of that stuff. Look, get a life, man. Come on. And then women, 30, 40 years now, some of them can't even conceive.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that. I mean, you're in your 70s, you obviously can, your stuff obviously still works and you can, but women following this path, what's any restriction, any limit? Or
Menopause.
No limit?
I spoke to someone recently, said she's like menopause, 38. She going into menopause. 38.
Right.
Come on now. Come on. No, you're not supposed. Look, there's some women in places around the world, 60, 70 years old, and have reproduced. So this is no freak phenomenon or anything like that. So you got to protect your life.
Those women are in like their natural environment.
Naturally, absolutely.
Eating, just connected with nature. And,
yes.
And they're not like they're out. They're moving. They're in the sun.
Yes. Yeah. So life is still possible here on Earth. Don't give up. Don't give up, but be careful. Stop forfeiting your youth or mortgaging your youth through eating a lot of these environmentally hazardous foods. Eating could be a hazard to your health. Be careful.
Yeah. All right. So let's see what else we got here. Somebody asked about celery juice. Maybe we could expand the question. Just green juice in general.
Yeah.
What do you say?
You definitely need to hit your green juice. I'm not a big green juice fan, but I try to get one in at least once a week. About 16 ounces. Whether I spread it out during the week or just hit it, at the end of my week, like Friday, right before my fast. It's like, I haven't had no green juice this week.
Right.
So it'd be like punishment for someone like me, or a fruit sugar addict, but it's medicine and it helps stabilize, it helps balance. It's the regulator. They got the electromagnetic currents in them. So we need some grounding. We need some grounding.
The fruits have you. Right. Sky high.
So I got to get down to earth like once a week at least, hit the green switch, So definitely, and celery juice. To me, I don't know. A lot of the people hitting like a whole glass of celery juice these days. I like to mix it. I like balance.
Yeah.
To me, my top 5 vegetable juice ingredients: staple, celery, cucumber, a green leaf, kale, chard or something like that. Parsley. Parsley is the magic. Parsley is magic magic when it comes to green leaves. Get a good, rich, strong, organic parsley with your celery, your cucumber. I put a green apple in there as well, one of those green granny apples.
Okay.
Yeah, because I need a little bit of sugar in there. You know,
Right.
I like to cut that grassy taste.
Yeah.
You know, of the greens. You know, and yeah, and then you could hit maybe drop a root in there. You know, like beetroot. You know,
Okay.
that's my favorite root to drop in my vegetable. You know, because it's rich in iron. You know, and stuff like that. You know, you want to get a little more volume and you want to make it a little lighter. You know, not too earthy. Then you know you could do parsnip or turnips. You know, but not a lot. If you want to do something that works a lot. I'm still into my carrots, you know, but I'm hitting up the heirloom carrots, you know, the purple carrot, you know, the yellow carrot, stuff like that, you know. So balance, you know.
Okay. So just want to remind. Oh, somebody's saying there's no sound on the so on the Instagram, is it no sound on the Instagram still?
Okay.
We were on here.
Okay.
Not able to hear. I don't understand. Hold on. I might have to exit and
well, I think we're getting close to wrapping it up.
Yeah, we're gonna get close to wrapping up.
At this point.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Y'all missed the last part of that. Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, you got your headphones connected to Instagram?
Oh, no, I don't think so. Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah, my headphones. All right.
All right. Well,
all right.
You know, we'll be mindful the next time, Instagram family.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, you can always check me out on the YouTube. You know, just search for me on YouTube and subscribe, and you can see the whole video on YouTube as it's actually we're actually on live, but you know, the video will still be on the YouTube after we close out the live.
Okay.
So yeah, that was a good session. Yeah, we have to head out to the farm before it gets too late and make some more food. And so yeah, so
and
you know
the thunders are rolling.
Yeah, it's getting a little
you know,
dark
so
clouds.
We
Yeah.
We're going to rainforest.
Right, we're going
so
to
the river might be high.
Yeah, we're going right.
Yeah,
we're going
so we
deep
gotta
into the
navigate.
woods.
That's it. So family, we're looking forward to you coming and joining us sometime this year or next year.
Yeah, if you want to come this year, the schedule is on. You can go to sunfired.com.
Yes.
You can go to my website, keprasrawfoodjuicebar.com. You can message us over any medium, whether it be Instagram, YouTube, or over the websites. And the calendar is out for this year. All of the retreats are open. So yes, and then for next year, we announced the schedule earlier in the broadcast. So yeah, family, we look forward to seeing y'all either this year or next year or sometime in the future. And be well and much love.
All right. Peace out. Blessings, family.